Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Matt, this is Becky, and it's currently Saturday the 4th of October and Storm Amy has rolled in and honestly it's miserable outside. So where we would normally be going to parkrun, we decided that we were going to bail out of parkrun this morning. I was working till quite late last night, so we decided to have a bit of a lie-in. We've come down to the gym, so Becky's going to do a bit of cross training. I'm going to get on the treadmill. I'm going to do an easy 5k and then I'm going to do some hill strides, I think, towards the end. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to give you a bit of a week in the life. We are 8 days out from the Manchester Half Marathon, and so I'm going to be tapering now. So I'm going to take you along for the week. And this is basically going to be a summary of how I taper for what will be the longest race of the year for me this year. At the moment, I don't have any particular hard goals for the half marathon. I just want to go out and see what I can do. But I've got a time in mind, which I'll touch on towards the end of the video. Once we get to the end of this taper, I'll touch on and let you know what my A, B and C goals are. I've got a couple of days to think it through and get a last few couple of runs in where I can sort of test the different paces and really kind of lock in where I think I'm at. I'm going to cut through each of the workouts for the week, show you what I do, and then we'll have a chat at the end about targets for the big day. Let's get to it. Right, so I've just done 30 minutes on the treadmill, nice and easy, managed to keep my heart rate high end of zone 2, and then at the end I did 7 hill strides at 5 minute kilometres. I did 2 at 6%, 2 at 8% and 2 at 10%, sorry 3 at 10% at the end. So yeah, it felt good. For some reason Garmin thinks that 30 minute zone 2 is a tempo effort. Not sure how that works out, but to be honest, I've given up paying attention to what Garmin thinks my workouts are these days and just trust what my coach says. Seems to be working. Right, this weather's grim, so we're going to get home. I've got some video editing to do today, and then yeah, we'll catch up with you tomorrow for my Sunday session. See you then. Okay guys, it's Sunday. It's not Sunday morning because frankly after the week I've had, I had a lie-in today. It's about 12 o'clock and the weather is still a bit grim, so I've got my jacket on. This is a Montan Minimalist Light which I've just recently bought. Got some trail runs planned and I need a decent waterproof coat for those, so got this on. I've got some new shoes which I'm going to show you. I'm hoping these will become my half marathon shoes. Today will be the decider. And the plan today is 5 lots of 10 minutes. So obviously I'm now 7 days out from the half marathon. Now we're just going to be fine tuning pacing and gradually starting to ease off on the effort and the volume. So I've got to do 10 minutes easy, 10 minutes at 10k effort, 10 minutes easy, 10 minutes at 10k effort, and then 10 minutes easy. There's an industrial estate just across the road. I'm going to go and do the run around there. It's about a mile for a full lap. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll take you along and I'll film a little bit out on the run. I'll probably film in the easier bits and I'll probably just concentrate on the efforts when I do the harder bits. And yeah, we'll let you know how we get on. So, new shoes then. I've got the Adidas Adizero Boston 13s in a very fancy purple colourway, and I've put my Run Pro insoles in, so I've got a little bit of stability. And the reason I went for these is they're a good halfway house between daily trainer and a racing shoe, kind of a up tempo shoe, good for sessions, potentially good for longer races. So I'm just over a kilometre into my warm-up. About 3 minutes to go. I'll do 10 minutes at 10k effort, which the weather's calmed a little now, but if it carries on being changeable, it could get a little bit tough. So we'll see how we get on. Okay, first tempo effort. I'm halfway too quick. Oh man, that 10 minutes was brutal. I set off way too quick. Oh, I blew up. I managed 2.18 kilometres in that 10 minutes. Oh. That's about 5k pace, actually. Oh, Jesus. I am cooked. The shoes are good. They can pick the pace up. But I'm not feeling great today. Oh. As can be seen by me walking some of this recovery section. Oh. Get my heart rate down. I'll get the other 10 minutes done. We'll set off a bit more conservatively on the next one. Oh. That's the fourth one done. Oh. Average 4:49. Still slightly hot. We're much closer than the first one. Oh, I felt like she was never going to end. Let's get this cool down done, and then I'll give you my verdict on Boston 13s. Now then, I felt like it took forever because I kept looking at the kilometre markers on my watch, not the time. So I was thinking, I need to get up to the next kilometre, I need to get up to the next kilometre. Actually, I needed to just wait for the timer to tick over. So yeah, brain went a little bit then. Boston's 13s. So the good thing about these, they've got carbon rods in them, which allows for a little bit of torsional movement, which is not what carbon shoes let you do. I found that really good in these because it allows my foot to sort of roll inwards as I run, which is quite natural. You sort of land on the outside of your foot and then you roll inwards and push off more on your big toe. So that was pretty good, and just feeling that pop while still being able to sort of roll my feet naturally. Good thing is that was obviously two pretty hard efforts. My calves and my Achilles feel pretty good. My heels feel pretty good. Obviously I've had issues with plantar fasciitis before, so that's a good sign. My soleus in my calves is usually my weakest point. That's where I get really tight, and that's where I ended up with plantar fasciitis, because it all links together. But no, feeling it, I can go up on my tippy toes and push right up into a calf raise and I don't feel it. So that's a really good sign. So I'll do a few more runs in these shoes this week, just make sure that my feet behave in them. If they don't, half marathon will probably be done in the New Balance 1080s. If they behave, this will be the half marathon shoe of choice. So that's it for today. I don't actually know what my training plan is for the week. I get my training plan for the week ahead on a Sunday night. That suits me fine. So yeah, feeling pretty good. Got the workout done. I'll check in with you on the next workout day. Welcome to Tuesday, guys. We missed a day out yesterday because all I did yesterday was a little bit of ankle strength and mobility work. I'm afraid today is not a very happy day. You might remember if you watched our Temple Newsom video, we said that we'd lost one of our rabbits. We had 3 rabbits called Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail. Unfortunately, Mopsy and Cottontail have also both passed away less than 24 hours apart. So we think it might have been rabbit hemorrhagic disease, which honestly I'm absolutely devastated. So as I said, it's Tuesday today. I'm on my lunch break. Found Cottontail this morning, not long before coming out, and I need this one. I'm sorry. I had to pause the camera there. I really do need this in my mind. So, plan today is 20 minutes easy, zone 1, zone 2. Try not to let the stress and the grief push me into running too quick. I'll try and keep this short. Tomorrow's a rest day, I think. So I'll check back in with you on Thursday. Right, welcome to Friday. Not Thursday like I promised in the last clip. I'd like to apologise for the emotion in the last clip. The loss was quite raw at the time. Well, I don't apologise. It is what it is. We lost a family member not an hour before setting off on that run. But today is Friday. I didn't run yesterday like I'd originally planned because I had to go and pick the rabbit's ashes up, which does give us some closure. So we do have the ashes of the rabbits at home at the moment, and we're going to go and spread them on the moors at the weekend so they can be together. So yeah, I've taken the day off work today just because the stress and the grief has been a bit much this week, which is fine. I'm not a robot. I do have emotions, and sometimes we should face up to that, meet it head on. I have had issues with mental health in the past. It's something that will probably always be with me, but I find that facing it is how I deal with it. So on that same subject of stress and grief, I've had an awful lot happen in the last 2 weeks. I won't go into too much detail, but work's been very busy. We've had one of my parents in hospital and one of Becky's parents in hospital. And then obviously, within a very short space of time, we've lost our 3 bunnies. We do still have 1 bunny left. She lives separate to the other 3. So, hopefully, she's okay. She seems fine. But when you add all this up, it adds up to a hell of a lot of stress. I spoke to Coach on Wednesday night. I told her about all the things that were going on, and we've agreed that stress is stress is stress. Doesn't matter where it's coming from, the body's going to react to it the same, no matter what. So, we've made what I think is a very sensible decision, that the half marathon is now no longer a racing effort. It's now a day out. So currently I'm in green wave. Becky's also got a green wave bib, but she's going to be setting off in grey wave, which would have been, I think, about 45 minutes after me. I'm going to drop back, and I'm actually going to drop back to one of the very back waves. You'll either be the very last wave or the one before, and I'm going to run with one of the friends of the channel. We'll see what happens. The final decision will be made on Saturday night, but I'm just going to go for the day out and enjoy it. And the reason being that no matter where the stress comes from, it all results in high levels of cortisol in the blood. And the longer you've got high levels of cortisol in the blood, the more likely you are to injure yourself. And as much as I want to do a good effort on this run, in 2 weeks I start the Red Rose Cross Country League. I'll be missing the first meeting because of the half marathon. The second meeting I'll be at, and that's in 2 weeks. So I want to be able to make sure I can do that. So, as you can see, I'm running quite easy at the moment. Heart rate's nice in the zone too. I'm just heading down into town. I'm going to grab a coffee and head home again. I've had a lie-in this morning. I'm usually an early riser, but with all the stress I've not been sleeping well. So since I booked the day off at the last minute, decided have a lie-in, get up, go for a run, grab a coffee. I'm scaring all the dogs today. Yeah. So get up, go for a run, have a coffee, run home, and then I'll do a bit of editing because I want this video to go out on Saturday night before the half marathon. And then, yeah, I bought a new game for my PC last night, so I might have a bit of a play on that. It's Elden Ring, if you're interested. Never played it. I've been interested in buying it for a while. I got a good price. So this is just going to be 5k easy, with a break in the middle for a coffee. Nothing mental, just keeping the legs ticking over so I don't feel like I'm running on wood. So I'll leave this clip here because I'm about to get on the main road. I'll chat to you again on the way home. So I'll see you shortly. So apologies to the great beard, one of my subscribers, Richard, in advance. I'm afraid I am going to a rival independent coffee shop, only because I can run to this one. We need to get that franchise sorted out, mate. Get one closer to me. These guys actually have a run club. They do early morning runs at 5 o'clock in the morning on Thursdays and Saturdays. Haven't done them yet, I keep being tempted. But that's early. Plus Saturday's parkrun day, isn't it? Right, let's get ourselves a coffee and then we get back. Right, well, I'm on my way home again. Coffee was very nice. So, once I get home, I'm going to do some stretching. I'm going to get the massage going on my legs. The stretching will probably take the form of a bit of yoga. I've spoken before about how I pretty much always do the runner's yoga from Yoga With Adriene. I'll stick a link to the video in the description. No affiliation whatsoever, but it has helped me an awful lot. And then tomorrow I'll probably do some more stretching, recovery work, and then Sunday is the big day. But now it should be a lot more fun rather than grinding it out and suffering. There's a time and a place for that, but it won't be this weekend. This is now the last 1.5k of my running for the week. The volume is particularly low because of everything that's gone on. I just had the 20 minutes the other day, and then this 5k. I think it'll end up being 6 by the time we get home. But that's fine. It's nice and easy. Heart rate's in zone 2. Very top end of zone 2 because I'm talking. And lots of stretching and recovery. I'm fueling. The diet plan I spoke about in the last video is still going strong. I'm still feeling good. I'm not feeling malnourished, I'm not feeling tired or lethargic. I have been extending my window slightly these last few days, just getting a few extra carbs in. Nothing crazy, just a little bit, just to top up the stores before Sunday. And that's it. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Wish me luck for Sunday. Next time you see me, I will be lining up in the wrong start wave, but it'll be the right start wave, if you catch my meaning. And hopefully we're having a party in Manchester. As for PB goals, that'll happen. It's okay to pivot on a race. This is by no means the cheapest race of my year. In fact, it's probably the most expensive race I've entered this year. And trying to get the sub 2 that I wasn't able to get last year because of catching COVID 3 weeks before the race really would have been nice as a redemption story, a 12-month redemption story at that. And realistically, I think I could run sub 2 without any major issue. In fact, I've run most of this easy run, but not far off that pace. Granted, I'm breathing a bit at the moment. I think that's actually because I've just had a coffee, because my heart rate is actually 142, which is bottom end of zone 2 now. So I think it's actually the effects of coffee that's causing me to breathe like this. But yeah, I think I could run sub 2 quite easily. The goal was going to be 150, but there's always other races. You have to live each day as it comes. Life's too short. So there will be other chances. I'm not sure when yet. I'll make sure I find a good one. I'll probably try and find one that's not in September or October, because that's when work tends to get busy. Maybe I'll find the late summer one, something like that. Have another pop. But there is no pressure as far as I'm concerned. I'm still early days in my running journey. And there is so much opportunity ahead. So pivoting on this one race for the sakes of this, which is just as important as this, is the sensible thing to do. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your patience. And if you've made it this far through the video, thank you for putting up with me being a bit of an emotional wreck on Tuesday. But I do like to keep it real, and that is the reality of life sometimes. So thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It helps us to reach more people, and you'll get notifications when we upload new content. But if you liked this video, click the like button. And I'll see you in the next one.